Yes,
Good to go.
we're good to go. All right, welcome everybody tonight. This is our June workshop, although it's May 31st. And with us tonight, we have Councilman Bedetti, Councilwoman Lincoln, Councilwoman Santiago, Councilman Moreau. We also have our town attorney, Dave Zagon, and I'm George Myers, and we have Patrick Mangan, our IT specialist. So we just have a pretty short agenda tonight, so we'll get to it. First item is a solicitor's permit. This is somebody called DKR. They're looking to go door to door, selling something for Verizon, so that'll be on tomorrow's agenda. Second item is also a solicitor's permit. This is one that's, seems that they have some kind of food truck in their driveway out on Route 207. So I spoke with Dave Zagon, and we thought that we'd give everybody an opportunity to kind of take a look at this. And they recommended that we take a hard look at the solicitor's permit in the code in general. So I think that that's what we'll do. So we'll put this one off till next month so we can get a better look at it. But it seems like he's just in his driveway on a state highway selling out of a food truck. So we'll get back to that and we'll have a little more information at the attorney's office. Next item on the agenda is the city of Newburgh is looking for an intermunicipal agreement for the dog kennel. Now, we have one with Cornwall, but I don't know that we can enter in one with the city of Newburgh. They seem to have a lot of dogs. I had the chief in here from Newburgh. He's talking about 7, 8 dogs. We only have 3 kennels. So I would suggest to the board that we just tell them that if there's one available, we have to keep one open for ourselves all the time. If there's one available, we'll try and help them out. Does anybody have any objection to that? I just don't know how we could take care of that many dogs over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll just have the chief of police get back to him and tell him where we are with this.
So we would just be like an on-call? like,
Yeah,
we have-
if it's available, we'll let them use it. And but it just seems to me it's just too much. And I think they need to build something in there. They know that, but there's some kind of time issue with them. But
What are we gonna do, George, if it's like on weekends and stuff, and we gotta start calling people in for overtime?
that's what I'm saying.
Are
Yeah,
they gonna be footing that bill, or?
yeah, oh yeah, they'll foot the bill. Yeah, we told them that. We're calling people in that you're gonna have to pay. So I think he knows, he being the chief, that in Newburgh, he knows it's not gonna work. But he put the letter in, so I have to just tell you about it, and I'm gonna answer him. And I don't see us getting too deep involved in that. I mean, we are involved in Cornwall, but very infrequently do we get anything out of Cornwall. I think we just signed something with $100 a dog. So I don't think that this will work. So
Are they asking just for the weekends or?
we'll
all the
never
time?
get a dog, doesn't matter. Sometimes
If they're full, they want us. to
they
pay.
don't have anything.
They don't even.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think.
But they know they have to bill.
I think they were going
Okay.
to one of the local vets was charging too much money.
Oh,
Kind of looking at trying to cut down their expenses.
okay.
They just, listen, we don't have that many ourselves. Cornwall has less, but I think they have, any city
Mhm.
always has a whole lot more going on with animals. Next item on the agenda is this Moresco Center. Remember, we got the $500,000 grant. We had one of several phone conferences with them the other day. And it turns out, since the engineering firm is not a town employee, that they will not cover his expenses. So we estimate his expenses to be about 50,000. So that would make the grant 450. But they also said that we could file for administrative fees that we have. So I think between my office and Dave's office, that we probably will come very close to that number anyway. So we'll incur those administrative fees and get the money back for them. So it just kind of dropped out of the blue, and we heard it. We were like, well, wait, what? And then they called back to confirm. So it'd be crazy to just let the $450,000 grant go, but we think we can make it up with administrative fees, because I've spent some time on it, but Dave's office, in particular, Jess has spent a lot of time on it. The Sloop Hill project, this was something where we were going to piggyback with Monroe County, and then the expenses became too high. But Ulster County is another one that we can get on, and it looks like it's going to be in the area of $240,000 at Sloop Hill when all is said and done, because Anthony and his crew is going to do a lot of the work down there, so that cuts the cost down. But it's just moving this from Monroe County, which is out by Rochester, to Ulster County. So we got a memo from Dave, and I think that's kind of the way this will go. Hopefully we'll be able to do that, because it does keep the cost down. Just a reminder, tomorrow evening after the workshop, after the town board meeting, we're going to have this little informal meeting about Blooming Hill Farm. And I've asked this fellow Jones, Austin Jones, to come in and make a presentation and then allow the public to ask him any questions. I suggested to him he come in by himself. Don't bring an attorney, don't bring an engineer. Come in, tell him what you want to do. And as you all know, that project right now is a cluster for about 178 homes, 172 homes you're trying to stick in there. So I think the farmer who owns it now is kind of trying to sell it to Blooming Hill Farms, which is over in South Blooming Grove. You were over there, right, Stephen?
Yeah.
And you thought it was a pretty decent operation.
Yeah. Okay.
So I thought they let the guy come in. What I did was we actually sent out 417 letters to people. I think it was in like a 1.5 mile radius. I mean, and we have gotten probably 10 or 15 calls in the last few days from people asking about it, and I've kind of explained to them what's going to happen. And you know, when you get down to it, you're down to, you leave the cluster thing in place, or do you go with this farm? So I think we hear what they have to say. This is an informal meeting, and then we can digest that. And then I'm going to tell him, maybe you might have to remind me, Dave, that he has to put a petition the town board for that zone change, and then we would have a formal public hearing. But I think tomorrow, just to hear these people out, to hear what they have to say. And I think a lot of times they probably think, well, we don't want anything. Well, that's not a choice. You know, there's two choices here.
They may end up going through this to the planning board stage as well, right?
Yeah, oh, no, absolutely.
So this could be
Yeah.
months and months.
We're just changing,
Yeah.
yeah, no, they definitely have to go to planning
Yeah.
board. So I think, let's see what this guy has to say. Everybody who's looked at this kind of thinks it's a pretty good deal. And so people who called today said, you know, I've been there. I would really like that. So I think, listen, the decision's up to us, but I think at least it's pretty fair to give everybody who lives there an opportunity to have their say. And like I said, we sent out 417 letters, and we only had one call. The guy said, thank you for the empty envelope. What was this about? I said, I hopefully we won't get any more calls. So anyway, so we'll hear that. So as soon as we get done with the regular agenda tomorrow, which I'm guessing to be maybe half an hour, we'll go right into this. And this guy will make a presentation, which we will hear too. I also suggested to him that he bring some type of visual handout. So let him do that, and we'll hand out the letter that he sent to us, and let's see what people have to say. And that's where we're going. All right, that's that portion of the meeting. We're going to now head to the executive session. So I'll ask everybody who's not a board member to leave the room, and off we go.